Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? It's Dante and welcome to a tips and tricks video in Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. This video is going to be covering tips and tricks, secrets, hidden stats, and something really interesting about an NPC, but to that NPC, we're gonna come to that later. Let's first start off with some combat tips. Let's all welcome Josh. Josh passed out a bit because it's really warm and he's a soldier and, you know, working hard all day, so he had to take the little nap. But we're just gonna wake him up because you can kick people awake. So, Josh came now to himself. Turn around, Josh. Josh, I'm right here. And here's the first trick. You can actually steal an enemy's weapon. What you have to do is you have to hit him, and directly after you do the first punch, hold down L2. So technically tip R2 and then hold down L2. You do not have to have them in a chokehold to actually get some information. You can do that while standing. So then you can, you know, access all the things that you want to do with your enemy or with Josh. If you have reflex mode enabled, you can do something really funny. I think it works without reflex mode too, but it's really hard to pull off. So we're gonna make Josh detect us, and we have our clip equipped. And then you just want to throw your clip right in his face. And then you get a little bing, and now he's stunned. Good night, Josh. If you don't have enough ammo, if your ammo is out and you really want to stun an enemy, you can also use your decoy to stun an enemy. Good night, Josh. Another good method on how to stun an enemy, especially if you have a long-ranged enemy like a sniper and he is, or your enemy in general, is standing still on that position, just request a supply drop over his head. There you go. Good night, Josh. If you have to use your stun grenade in a near combat situation, but you don't want to get stunned yourself, throw your grenade, get your card box, and enjoy. And now the effect on us is minor, because this is what would happen if we would not be in the card box. Major difference. If you are aiming with your tranquilizer gun and you want to switch really fast, you can just press triangle, and that's how you actually quick swap between your primary and secondary weapon. You can also draw your weapon and sneak up behind Josh, and then you're gonna force him to freeze. And now you have him. Now you can ask him questions again and all that fun stuff. Let's put him back to sleep. I've been stunning now poor Josh several times, so let's just talk about the stunning feature in this game and which one lasts the longest. The longest stun in this game you can achieve by doing a successful 5-hit combo like this. This is how you can knock out an enemy for the longest period of time. The second longest stun you can achieve by choking out an enemy. The third longest stun will be then with your tranquilizer gun, aka put somebody to sleep. And from this point onwards, all the other stuns are really not worth it because they are not long enough that you can actually take out a big camp, for example. Thank you for your time, Josh. Bye-bye. And now let's have a little bit of some fun with our cardboard box. If you hold down your D-pad to the left and if you go over your cardboard box, you can actually see that you can change the poster on your box. Those posters you can find in the open world, on the building walls or even inside a building. You will just have to go out there and collect them, and then you can put them on your box. So we have, for example, here now a soldier. So if this soldier detects us, like now, and we stand up, he will salute us. And then he will go on his own way again. So if you ever get detected, switch to your cardboard box, put the soldier on it, and we're good. They will back out. You can also put a pretty lady on your card box, like this one. And what this will do is, you can disarm an enemy really easy. We're just gonna stand up like this, and they are gonna come running. Drop the weapon in my open arms, and there we go. You can knock him out, you can take him down, you can do whatever you want then with this person. What you also can do is use this lady, and if you crouch down, as you can see it extends out, he's gonna come running, and now he's gonna drop his weapon, be all the happy, and then you press triangle, you crouch out, and there you go, you got him. While you have your cardboard box active and you stand up, if you run or sprint, you can also do the quick dive while you're in the box. Or of course you will do then a flip like this and then you stay undetected. What you also can do with the card box while you're in the crouching position, if you press the quick dive button, which is triangle for me, you can just jump out of your box. So at nighttime, for example, if you get kind of like detected with your card box, you can just jump out. The enemy will most likely not see you. Go around him and then you can take him out. In some towns, you can find a delivery point like this one. To unlock it, you will just have to pick up the little note that is kind of like hanging right there. You will see it. I already picked this one up. And you just want to go into your card box, stand still, hold down X, and that's how you can actually then fast travel to another point where you have unlocked the delivery point too. For example, here I have unlocked the power plant. It would be a long way from all the way down there, up there. But like this, we can just go there instantly. And now we are at the power plant. You can also do the same at Mother Base. There you don't have to unlock each point. As it's your base, you can just freely travel anywhere you want. This part will now contain minor spoilers. If you really mind very little spoilers, then you might want to skip this part. I'd advise not to though, because you can kinda mess it up and you will regret it later, but that's entirely up to you. 3, 2, 1, here we go. This is a buddy, an NPC called Quiet. And she is kind of like special, and she's really fun to have as a buddy and really strong. How to get Quiet is actually not hard because the game throws her at you technically, but I'm still gonna go ahead and tell you exactly how it's going to happen. After you completed mission 10, you are obviously going to get then mission 11, Cloaked in Silence, and that is when you are going to meet Quiet for the first time. Also to note, maybe you have overheard soldiers speaking about a naked, half-naked woman around the power plant, and she like suddenly disappears like a ghost. They are talking about Quiet. When you are going to start the mission, you are going to land in front of the Shifap ruin. That's when you are going to encounter Quiet, and do not kill her. You have the option to kill her. I wouldn't advise it because then you won't have her as a buddy. Do not kill her, stun her, and then take her home. After you've completed then mission 14, you will get a side mission. This one, 111, visit Quiet. She's at the medical platform. When you have done that, then you can finally select her out of your buddy list. And now to the kinda secret. Well, if you don't know it, it's not really game breaking, but you will be, I guess you will be upset that you didn't know about it. When you hit about mission 44, and if your buddy level is at 100% because you've played a lot with Quiet and she is now 100% friends with you, and when you then do mission 44, she will leave. She will not be your buddy anymore. You cannot deploy with her anymore. To hit 100% buddy level is actually really easy. You just have to play a few missions with her and voila, you already have it. How to avoid all this? Go on Customize, go on Emblem, go on Front, and now to Codenames, and here it is. As long as your emblem contains the Butterfly Emblem, Quiet cannot hit 100% friends. She can only, I think, hit about 80 or 90%, and that's how you can still unlock everything. But as she is not 100% buddies with you, she will not leave when you hit mission 44. In fact, she will never leave. You can always keep her as a friend. How to obtain the Butterfly Emblem is pretty simple. You just have to do 3 missions in a row where Quiet kills more enemies as you. So technically, just send her out, let her kill a few people. As long as she kills more as you, and you do that 3 times in a row, that's when you're gonna get then codename Butterfly. There is one downside to all this though, as she cannot hit 100% friends with you, she will not leave and therefore she will not trigger a mission and therefore you will never complete her story. I mean, you have to choose, complete her story or keep her as a buddy for your entire gameplay, if you will. I mean, at the end of the day, you can just look up on YouTube the end of the story of Quiet, and therefore you can keep her then. I'm just gonna go ahead and show quick how to actually play with Quiet, because the first time I played with her, I kinda like didn't really understand, I'm gonna be honest about it, but I found out how to actually control her, because if you go on Quiet, she won't say anything, and she just moves to wherever she wants. She works as a scout. What you have to do is you have to go in your iDroid, go on missions, body support, and then you have to press on Quiet Scout. And then that's how you actually control her. You can send her to any position, and that's where she will then move out to cover your back or to take out something else, and so on. That's how you then actually move Quiet around. There is a special bonus that will reward you with a lot of points. It's called No Traces, and it's not really easy to accomplish because technically you are not allowed to do anything. No kills, no alarm, no reflex mode, no shooting. Literally, you're not allowed to pull the trigger with anything. No melee CQC, so you are not allowed to choke an enemy. You are not allowed to enter combat. Nothing. No kicks, no attacks from vehicles or your walker gear. Your body is not allowed to attack. No supply drops. Literally nothing. The only thing you can actually really do is sneak up from behind, aim with your gun at an enemy, and tell him to lay down and just hope for the best. And that's technically it. You are allowed to use tools, but so for example, you're allowed to use a card box, but once you enter the card box, you're not allowed to leave the card box anymore. So once you use the cardboard box, don't leave it. Yeah, and that is the biggest bonus you can get while doing a mission. No traces. While you are on missions or free roaming, you maybe have noticed that you can pick up cassettes. But did you know that some cassettes have secret effects? For example, this one. The Afghan Lullaby. If you activate it, you can actually make the soldiers fall asleep. Make sure to put it on loop. Don't forget to put your speakers on. Activate it. And now we're gonna run up to a soldier. Let's see what happens. There's our victim. Now let's see. And... sleepy? Good night, sir. But remember this, once you have used cassettes successfully, they will leave your inventory. But you can always go back and pick up the same cassette where you found it. Make sure to check the description of this video. I have listed all the cassettes with little secret effects. You might have noticed that when you're on Mother Base, you can actually take a shower, and that's how you get rid of all the blood that is on Big Boss's armor and face and whatnot. But did you know that taking a shower also has hidden effects to it? You increase your reflex mode, the Fulton, and your max HP for 5 days, and it always decreases. So as an example, on the first day your reflex mode will be 0.5 seconds longer, on the second day 0.4, and so on, then 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, and then 0.0. And it's the same for the Fulton. On the first day you have 5%, and on the second day 4, and so on until the 5th day. And for your max HP, it's 10%, 8, 6, 4. Those are the hidden effects if you take a shower. When you're doing missions or when you are free roaming and you see some nice clear water, that will also count as a shower. So just head over there, lay yourself in the water, turn around a bit, and that will count then as a shower too. When you first launch the game, you maybe have noticed that you cannot set any difficulty. That's because the game will do it for you. The game reads what you do. For example, if you do a lot of headshots, you will notice that more and more enemies are going to use a helmet. On the right side of the map, you can see 6 different symbols, and the color indicates the difficulty. So rank 0, difficulty 0 is gray, white, then orange, and then red. For example, the first sign is a balloon, so that means the Fulton. If enemies see you use the Fulton on somebody, or if they see their friend fly up in the air, if you do that over and over and over, it's gonna go then to orange or then even red, and what they will do is they will start shooting the balloon. And yes, that is actually possible. There you go, and now it's stunned. The second symbol is a helmet, so that means if you pull off a lot of headshots with your tranquilizer gun or with your damage gun, more and more enemies are going to be wearing helmets. The third symbol, the camera symbol, that means if you have been detected or not. If you take out a lot of camps or if you do a lot of side missions and main missions undetected, the enemies will slowly start putting out mines on the route that you really like to use. They will start using traps, cameras. They really counter what you do. The fourth symbol, the gun symbol, that means if you, for example, take out a camp while it's in an alarm state, or if you in general kill people, they will start equipping more and better gear, so heavier machine guns, shields, and so on. The fifth symbol, the moon sign, that means when you infiltrate at night. So if you infiltrate at night, or if you like to play at night over and over and over, they will start equipping flashlights and even night visions. The sixth symbol is the sniper symbol. So if you are out there and you are sniping a lot, they will have more snipers and better equipped snipers. So they're not even like with a single shot sniper, they will have full automatic long-range weapons. And it goes on and on. If you, for example, like to use gas grenades, the enemies will start using gas masks. So that is kind of like the reaction system in Metal Gear. It doesn't have a real difficulty. It reads what you do and it tries to counter it. You might be wondering now how you can reset this entire event, because maybe you're gonna be at a spot where it's then way too hard and you don't know what to do. There's a really fast way how to reset the reaction system. You go into the menu, go down to options, game settings, and then you enable the chicken hat. And what you then do is you just go into a mission, and then you, for example, restart your checkpoint, and now you spawned with the chicken. And now you have spawned with the chicken hat on. So that means you're a chicken, but that's okay, don't feel bad. And then you just back out of the mission, or you can just finish it up, and that will then reset your, the reaction system, the difficulty. Another way how to decrease the react meter besides with the chicken hat, you can go to the right side on missions, combat deployment, and then you scroll all the way down, and here you can already see the signs. For example, storage shed, destruction, helmets. So what you do is, if you then send out your team to fulfill that mission, you will cut off the supply of helmets. So then for, I think, about the next 3 missions you will do, the enemies will have then less helmets. And that's how you can also then decrease the reaction system. What's also to note about max HP is if you take heavy damage and you just continue with missions and you never visit Mother Base, your max HP will decrease. So like instead of 100% HP, you will walk around with 90 or 80 or 70. But if you revisit Mother Base, that's how you then reset your max HP to full 100% again. What also resets are, for example, destroyed objects like anti-air radar system or the satellites, or if you extract weapons with your Fulton. After 5 successful missions, everything will reset back to normal. Have you maybe noticed that metal sticking out of your head became bigger and bigger, kinda like a horn? That's because there is a hidden demon status in this game. If you perform reckless actions, that will add to your demon status. It's kind of like the opposite of the hero. For example, if you were to create the nuclear bomb, that will definitely take away a lot of hero points, and that will add a lot to the demon status. I haven't quite found out yet what for side effects the demon status has besides visual effects. If you reach rank 4 of demon status, you will always be covered in blood and you can't wash it away, and the horn or the metal sticking out of your head will be really, really long. You can also decrease that status though by fulfilling certain good actions, if you will. Unfortunately, I don't really have footage of it right now, but have you ever noticed on the left bottom corner something like a fight has broken out and 1 or 2 people have been sent to sickbay? That's because of the skill called Troublemaker. Let's check it out. As you can see here, there are kind of like different Troublemakers. You have the harassment kind of guy, you have the unsanitary kind of guy, and you have the violence kind of guy. Apparently, if you put 2 Troublemakers of the same type in one team, they will equal themselves and then nothing will happen. I unfortunately cannot really confirm that. I haven't really had the chance to try that out yet. Me personally, I just get rid of them because Troublemakers, in my opinion, they just don't deserve to be on Mother Base. I am Big Boss. We are the boss. We don't need no Troublemakers. The next kinda like hidden status, if you will, is moral. If you look down next to the dog, that is your moral bar. You can increase or of course decrease the moral of every member. If the moral is really down low, they will eventually even think about leaving your team. How to increase the moral stat is not really hard, but not really easy either. If you walk past the soldiers, like I think I already did it here. If you walk past them, that's how the moral, for example, increases. But that barely makes anything or any change. How you really increase the moral status is, for example, if you have a high hero value and you go out and, for example, you save prisoners, that will increase the moral of your entire staff by 2, 3, 4 points. And if you, for example, deploy your soldiers and they earn a medal, that will give them the maximum boost of morals. So you could, for example, play a mission with a certain soldier, as you can choose different characters to play a mission with. And that's how you can work on a certain soldier, because the higher the moral, the higher their skill gets. So for example, if your soldier has a D rank in, let's say, R&D, and you increase his moral, he can become a B rank in R&D. So you can actually make a good soldier out of him. Earning medals will always increase the moral best. I hope this video was useful to you, and I also hope that I was able to show you a lot of things that you didn't know yet. If by any chance you did learn a lot of new things, don't keep it a secret, share this video with your friends and let them know too. As usual, thank you very much for watching, and if you are new to our channel, you might want to check out the other videos that we have, and hopefully we will see you there in the comments. Bye bye! You fill it. Oh! Spiders! Nope! Bye! I hope you enjoyed this episode. We're not playing.
Nothing but a chicken wing.